It's time to hit a Willow's bell into some wrestling news because it's time for the Turnbuckle. Starting with our first bit of news, ladies and gentlemen, Braun Strowman never considered wrestling for other companies after WWE release. While speaking on WWE after the bell, Strowman was asked if he talked with other companies. Strowman and his agent, talked to everybody. People reached out about stuff. I kind of played around with the ideas, and I always said in interviews, and people thought I was stupid for it. I will never put on a pair of boots for anybody besides WWE, and I stuck to my word. I never put on another pair of boots. I went out, started my own thing, worked for myself, gave young talent a place to come to work, make a living, and hone their craft at CYN. I stuck my guns. I'll never wrestle for anyone other than myself or WWE. Here we are. The monster is home. WWE also has interesting plans for Braun Strowman now that he's back. We will have to wait and see. What does that mean? Interesting plans. From Universal. According to PW Insider, Strowman will join the SmackDown roster moving forward. It was also reported that Strowman will be presented as a babyface on the brand. WWE was also blessed for a horribly booking Braun Strowman's return. We will have to wait and see whether the Monster Among Men will finally be booked properly now that he's back. I don't get this. I don't understand like his motive. I want to give a shout out to the fact that he's like, yeah, and I stuck to it. That's right. I didn't do it. So let me get this straight. You started out in one team. You were a rookie, right? You were on the college team, and then you became a rookie, and then you started out on one team, and you're good. We're not going to sit here and say that you're bad, but you're okay. You're good. You're a very talented player, right? So you're getting offers from a bunch of other teams, and instead of at least like, okay, I kind of play around with the ideas, and I always said in interviews that people thought I was stupid for it. People reached out about stuff. So he never really as far from what I can read, he never explicitly tested the waters, I guess. I don't necessarily know what that means in terms of he just stuck with one team. He was getting calls from all types of different teams from all over the place, and he just stuck with one team. I don't know why. That doesn't make any sense. That's stupid. Imagine if fucking LeBron just stayed on the Cavs. Imagine if fucking, Harden stayed on the Rockets or something. They never moved. Every single basketball player that got to their first team, imagine if they never fucking moved. Imagine if you just never fucking improved. Imagine if you never, learned how to do new things. You're an idiot, Braun. You're fucking stupid. I'm not about to maybe it was a good idea. No, it's not. It's not. That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. I know what I'll do. I'll stay with one fucking promotion. I'll stay with one. Specifically one. Why? Because loyalty. What do you mean loyalty? Okay, all right. No, I respect it. I do. I respect it. I respect the loyalty. I do. So you're not going to go anywhere else? No. So you just assume that you're just going to make strides in one place? You're not going to go anywhere. You're not going to try fucking lucha wrestling. You're not going to try Japanese style wrestling. You're not even going to fucking go on the You're just going to stay with WWE, man. Fuck. You're so dumb. That doesn't make any sense. Jesus Christ. Work for myself. Gave young talent a place to come to work. Make a living. Hone their craft. You didn't. That's not yours. That's EC3's. EC3 is the one who is making a living. Hone their craft. Shut the fuck up. Hone their craft. You're not honing your craft. You're staying. That's not honing your craft. Honing your craft will be going around and learning how to do different things. And adapting to different wrestling styles and meeting new people and getting different pointers from them. Honing your... Shut the fuck... That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any fucking sense. That's like saying, I don't need to practice. I'm really good. I don't need to practice. What do I need to practice for? I shouldn't have to practice. I'm Braun Strowman. I'm really big and really strong. I don't need to practice. Oh, man. You're an idiot, man. You're an idiot. That's really stupid. And it's very close-minded of you to say something like that. To think that you don't have to fucking go anywhere else. To think that I'm not saying that he doesn't think that he needs to improve, but he would improve immensely if he actually went out and did other stuff. But he's not going to do that. And what's worse is he doesn't, apparently, oh man, make a living, hone their craft, right? Like you made it, like you lied awake at night and was like, oh, I know what to do. I'll make my own wrestling promotion. I'll call it CYN. I'll go with EC3 and we'll do this together. No, man, it's his. I also want to give a shout out to the fact that you make a living, hone their craft. Yeah, and then you left, and then you fucked right off as soon as WWE was like, hey, you can come back. You're a fucking idiot. You're a moron. All those fucking muscles and you don't have any fucking brains, man. You're a moron. That shit doesn't make any sense. You are stupid, Braun. You are stupid. Go to other promotions. Meet new people. Do different things. Don't just fucking stay in one goddamn place and assume that you're just going to be the greatest of all time. Like, you're so stupid. Even Brock Lesnar went to New Japan, man. Even Brock Lesnar. And if I remember correctly, it was either they didn't like how he wrestled or he didn't like how they wrestled. But fuck, at least he went there. Fucking Kurt Angle went there, for fuck's sake. Fuck. Like, you're making it seem, oh my lord, man. You're an idiot, Braun. Fuck. No fucking wonder you didn't do a goddamn thing when you left. You don't know what you're doing. You don't fucking know. You don't know what the fuck you're doing out there, man. Fuck. You don't know anything. You know, like, one specific thing, and that's the only thing that you feel like you're fucking good at, and you don't bother doing anything else because you think you're the fucking be-all and end-all of that specific. You're an idiot, Braun. You are stupid. Don't think like that. Always assume that there's room for improvement. Always fucking assume that you don't know everything. Always assume there's a bigger fish out there that could teach you something. Because what that tells me is that he's not willing to learn anything. That's why I'm so fucking upset about this. I stuck to my guns. That's another thing too. He thinks he's so fucking special because he didn't jump ship. He thinks he's so fucking, like, high and mighty because he decided to stay loyal even though that's fucking stupid. Oh, I paid money for this cruise ship. Braun, the boat is fucking sinking, man. There's water in your room. Okay, but I paid money, and I'm not leaving this boat until we reach our final destination. Oh, you'll reach your final destination, all right, you fat-headed... Oh, man. Fuck, Braun. That's not how it works. That is a stupid fucking way of thinking. That is dumb. That goes with everything. So you're just going to stay with one job? I mean, okay. That's different, right? I could see if, like, maybe that's what he means. Maybe this one particular job that he has is just so good and it's helping him, like, keep food on the table that he doesn't feel the need to go anywhere else. But then that puts you at a disadvantage because that's all you know. That's the only experience you have. You don't have any other experience. So if WWE, what would your stupid ass do if WWE just went up in flames today? What would your dumb ass be fucking doing if Triple H fucking actually, God forbid, had a heart attack and he had to go and Stephanie didn't fucking know anything and Nick Khan, he went and did something else? What would you fucking do, you idiot, Braun? You wouldn't fucking know anything. You wouldn't know anything because you'd be sitting there going, oh, WWE will come back. Oh, Vince will come back and he'll take it. Like, you're a fucking idiot, man. You don't know anything. At least in terms of wrestling, all right? Maybe he's got a higher IQ than me, but fuck. After reading this fucking article, man, I find that hard to believe. Shit. You're a fucking idiot, Braun. God damn it. I don't know how many more times I can fucking say that. Why would you... I'm going to be here all goddamn night yelling about this. I'm going to be here all goddamn day and not yelling about this. That is the most ass-backwards way of fucking thinking I've ever heard in my entire goddamn life. I don't need to learn anything else. I don't need to. When I was there, I was on top of the world. Yeah, Braun, for like a month. And then nothing fucking happened. Nothing fucking happened. You floated around the fucking main event scene for months on end. And even when you had them in the palm of your fucking hand, you didn't do anything. But that's not his fault. That's not his fault. That is just the problem with creative, right? And then he finally won the championship. Nobody really cared because he wasn't around. And then he was the Intercontinental Champion. I forget what happened after that. Fuck, man. God. And then he was the tag team champion with Seth Rollins. And then he was tag team champions with a fucking 9-year-old boy. Fucking shit, man. This dumbass is like, yeah. CYN, yeah. Fucking WWE, yeah. Stuck in my guns, yeah. Okay, I'll take my flowers and my admiration now. Suck my fucking dick, Braun. Holy shit, man. Interesting plans. All he did was attack Chad Gable and Otis, and that was it. That was it. I can't really say anything in terms of creative, right? All I can really speak on is how Braun carries himself outside of the ring. And he's really not carrying himself very well. Because he's gone on record. He's put his foot in his mouth before. This isn't the first time where he's fucking gone on record and said something fucking stupid. Okay? Oh my lord, man. Besides WWE, and I stuck to my word. Why? Why? I want to know why. Tell me why. What is the reason? I don't want to go to another basketball team. Okay, but you're getting offers that are better than the offer that you have now, so why are you staying with them? Oh, loyalty. Okay. All right. So you're just gonna learn new things here, specifically, despite the fact that you're seeing the same people, you're in the same environment, it's the same style of wrestling. You're not learning anything new. Maybe people there can teach him. Maybe people who are already there or people who arrived there. Imagine if Kenny Omega never went to Japan. Ever. Imagine if Kenny Omega was like, actually, you know what? I'm one of the greatest fucking wrestlers in the entire universe. I don't need to go to Japan. Or imagine if he just stayed. She fucking should have. Okay, anyway. My God, man. Just imagine if he just never improved. If he never, oh man, honed, as if he had his craft. And he was like, you know what, needs a bit of improvement. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go over and do a fucking baby promotion that's just starting. It's only got about 5 to 6 fucking people. And it's only got fucking 3 taped shows. Yeah, I'll be right back. Let me go fucking stand at the top of Mount fucking Fuji and then learn how to fucking wax on, wax off. Yeah, I'll be right back. You fucking idiot, Braun. What the fuck are you talking about? What do you mean? Like you're fucking, oh my God. Like you're getting fucking trained by fucking Master Oogway or some shit. What are you talking about? I'm done. I'm not talking about that anymore, man. I'm done. Braun is a fucking idiot, man. That's all I have to say about it. Next, we're going to talk about Triple H and his surprises that he has planned for fans that we apparently are talking about. According to the Wrestling Observer newsletter, Triple H has some surprises in store for the company involving people that fans aren't expecting. It is not known when exactly those surprises will make their way to WWE. We were told that Paul Levesque has some surprises coming who are not people being talked about. Okay, that confused me. Okay. Well, that's in the rumors. I don't really... Whatever. Triple H also wants to make the United States title a viable prize. He's doing a lot of remarkable improvements already, and that's what matters now. Only time will tell what Vince McMahon's former company looks like a year from now, but we're here for it. Okay. So, I don't know what those surprises are. Right? Only time will tell what exactly Triple H means by those surprises. I mean, in terms of what it could potentially be, the first thing that I, along with a number of people, are probably thinking of is Bray Wyatt. That's probably the first thing that people are thinking of. So I'm not really going to be surprised, right? So if Bray Wyatt comes back, in terms of other surprises, I don't know. It could be anything, really. He could bring DIY back. What else? He could bring John Morrison back. What else could he do? Who else could he bring back? Sasha Banks and Naomi are probably coming back at some point, and we'll have to wait and see what happens with them. Who knows? Maybe he's talking to AEW right now. Maybe he's seeing maybe he's going to bring Bobby Fish back. I don't know. We will really have to wait and see. But he also said he wants to make the United States title a more viable prize. So maybe Bobby Lashley's going to lose the title. No. Never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know why I thought Bobby Lashley and Tommaso Ciampa were going to fight for the U.S. title. Didn't they already do that anyway? I don't know. Oh, no, it's Seth. It's Seth. So maybe Seth will win the title. I don't know. But in terms of surprises, I actually don't know. And I actually am looking forward to it. Because in terms of just in terms of how Triple H thinks and type of stuff that he, provides in terms of content and moments and stuff like that. Little stuff like giving Tommaso Ciampa his first name back, that may not seem like a lot to some, but it actually means a heck of a lot in terms of just the overall direction and where the WWE is heading, So, I for one cannot sit here and say, oh, this might happen or that might happen. But in terms of what could potentially happen, we've got Sasha Banks and Naomi. We've got Bray Wyatt. But according to some of reports, Bray Wyatt's asking prices a bit too high. But maybe him and maybe him and Triple H can come to some sort of middle ground, maybe some sort of agreement. Honestly, we will have to wait and see what Triple H has in store. Moving on, we are now going to be talking about Dynamite. That's right, AEW. Okay, we're starting off with the first match, Moxley versus Sammy Guevara. Moxley won. Good. I love Sammy. Okay, he's absolutely fantastic in the ring. The match was fantastic, but I did not want him to fucking win. All right. Never mind. Okay, I was thinking about something else. I did not want him to win. I thought Sammy was going to win at one point, but thank God he didn't. Guevara countered a King Kong lariat into a Spanish fly for 2. Moxley cut off Guevara in the corner with an avalanche German suplex for the double down as Anna Jay and Ty Conti at ringside. And it took the referee. Ty kicked Moxley low, but Guevara got a roll up for 2. Guevara missed the senton atomico as Lord Regal XTV. I like this. I like how he was like, am I going to get canceled for calling them harlots? And my first thought was, okay, well, that's it. You call them harlots. That's it. So you can't be like, hey, am I going to get in trouble if I say fuck? And it's like, okay, but you said it, so it's too late now, you know? Strike battle led to Moxley floating out of, okay, yeah, everybody's talking about that when they were like slapping each other, they were chopping each other, and then Moxley like pretended to take a bump, and then he got back up and slapped him again. Shout out to Mox, okay? Fucking hell, that's why he needs to win. Lord. Super fun opener, Moxley overcoming the interference that gave Guevara his win against Darby last week. Excalibur said that MJF was causing a scene backstage and demanded a microphone as they went to commercial. MJF stormed to the ring and said he's not the kid who faced Moxley in 2020. He's not playing a character. I want to give a shout out to New York and MJF because New York cheered for MJF, and then MJF told them to shut up, and then they started booing him, okay? I love that. He's not playing a character. Moxley is, and he's a joke. MJF said Moxley built a good character and the fans buy it, but he doesn't. He knows Moxley is the same scared little boy and will drown his troubles in alcohol like a drunk. He also warned Chris Jericho and Bryan Danielson, saying bad things happen when people get in MJF's way, so stay away from Grand Slam. MJF said when Moxley came back from rehab, he had mentioning beating his demons. He warns Moxley that if he doesn't tread lightly, he'll be that demon that Moxley can't slay. Oh, yeah. And then somebody on Twitter was like, AEW RuPaul's, when you lose an AEW RuPaul's Drag Race, and they just cut the part out where he was like, you can't slay. That was really funny. MJF brought out his best friend. Oh, yeah, so MJF brought out Stokely Hathaway and the Firm, and Hathaway said all of his henchmen are on retainer, and what does that even mean? On retainer? I guess that means like on standby, I guess? Retainer? Never mind. I don't know why I looked that up. I don't know what the hell I was even thinking of. And whenever MJF doesn't need them, they'll go their separate ways. Hathaway said everything he's done since being in AEW has been strategic, from hanging out with Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter to watching Living Single with the House of Black, which is an image I want to see. Hathaway hugged Morrissey, said Lee Moriarty will bring honor back to the Ring of Honor Pure title. The Gun Club won Tag Team Gold, and East Page was the All-Atlantic title. They are the Firm, either run with them or run from them. Somebody was saying how Stokely Hathaway doesn't put over the people that he's with, he only puts over himself. On one hand, I understand because, like, you're the mouthpiece for all of them. So, fucking, yeah, obviously get yourself over. Get them over, but get yourself over in the process. You're like, you want to be Heenan. You want to be Jimmy Hart. You want to be the manager that everybody is like, oh, shit, there's Stokely Hathaway. Like, yeah, man, obviously. I don't want people to be like, oh, there goes Ed. He's not really fucking, what a shit manager. Like, no, man, fucking, if you see me and you like the Paul Heyman guy thing, like, there's a reason why being a Paul Heyman guy was so notable back then, because if you were with Paul Heyman, you were going to get a fucking championship. So, it only makes sense that, if you're Stokely Hathaway, you kind of want people to like, look at your stock and then by default look at everybody else's stock. So, I mean, I don't know. Can you really blame him? Next, we had Jungle Boy and Jay Lethal. This was a decent match. Decent back and forth. Jay Lethal worked on the back, but Jungle Boy ended up winning with a snapmare. Let's see. He tried to do a who's it's a kill switch. I like that. Tope Suicida from Lethal led to a top rope elbow. Drop for a near fall. Jungle Boy blocked a pump kick and got the snare trap. Dutt was knocked from the apron. What was that? Oh, his pencil fell off. I was going to say, what was that yellow thing that flew off of him? as Lila tried to figure 4, but Jungle Boy countered to the snapper to get the submission. We got to a training video of Hook and Action Bronson. Next week, Bronson said Daddy Magic and Angela will get their asses kicked. I didn't even know Bronson fucking was going to wrestle. I didn't even know that. Oh, by the way, I also want to tell past me to go fuck himself, because I was like, oh, Rampage needs more exciting matches and they need to do... They are. They 100% are. I'm a dirty liar and I'm perfectly fine with that. I'm a dirty liar. They are featuring prominent matches. The promos on there are good and they're serviceable, because, I mean, you know, you're doing what you can in an hour, and I completely respect it. I take back everything I said. Rampage is doing perfectly fine. We're back. I don't know what happened. I think I had like too many tabs open. I should have known that was probably going to happen, because like I opened like this one little like tab on my fucking, let me not go near it again. Jeez Louise. I opened like one tab on my fucking taskbar and it wouldn't close. So that was the bad omen. Okay. All right. Where did we stop? We were talking about Action Bronson, and then I was how coincidental. No, I don't know. It started. Oh, sorry. Hold on. I'm a little bit too soft. Let's get me back up here. All right. We're back. That's right. Hook and Action Bronson. Next week, Bronson said Daddy Magic and Ansel get their ass kicked. We talked about that. Shouts out to Rampage. Okay, they're doing absolutely fantastic. Fuck what I was talking about. Okay, I'm a dirty liar. Alex Marvez is backstage, and he said he couldn't wait for Grand Slam. I fucking love Alex Marvez, okay? My boy, okay? And Jack the Jobbers. He introduces the Big Apple's premier pizza maker and wrestler, Luigi Primo, someone who has gotten some notoriety on Twitter this week. Ethan Page quickly booted him in the face, and Danhausen interrupted soon after. Page issued a challenge to the jester of AEW this Friday for Rampage, and Danhausen accepted. So I'm not sure he actually realized Page was talking about him. Luigi Primo is making the rounds on the internet wrestling community, because he is a wrestler who knows how to twirl pizza dough while he's wrestling. I mean, listen, twirling pizza dough in and of itself is already a talent. So the fact that he's able to twirl pizza dough while he's wrestling, I mean, I don't even know what to say. Okay. Most of you probably don't know who he is. I don't know who he is, but I like the fact that he went from being like on the indies, and then like he got really popular in this one clip, and now he's on AEW. Like, bruh, that's great. I'm all for that. Okay, I have nothing but good things and support for Luigi Primo. I hope that he's on Dark and Dark Elevation. I hope he fucking goes straight to the moon. Okay, I hope that happens for almost every fucking indie wrestler out there who's got fucking chops like that. Okay. I mean, I don't really know what else to say about it, to be fairly honest. I'm just really happy to see that he went from being like a really popular clip on Twitter to now he's just in AEW. Like, that's great. A Darby Allin video is shown from his work from Nitro Circus this past weekend, backflipping a tricycle. Matt Hardy puts him over and called him one of the greatest rivals. Matt challenged Darby to a match on Rampage to scratch his way back to the top. Powerhouse Hobbs defeated Matt DiMartino. All right. It was still a squash match. Nothing really happened. He cut a promo on Starks. I don't know. Somebody on Twitter was like, yeah, he popped the blood capsule too early. If you saw the way, I mean, come on now. He did a fucking full-on, like, spine buster to my man. Of course he's going to pop the blood capsule. And also, the blood capsule is, I would assume, is weak enough for you to be able to pop it without moving your mouth too much so that nobody notices. So that way, like, you know, it looks a bit more real. So he probably had it under his tongue, hit the spine buster, and then popped it. Or another plausible outcome is that maybe he just came down a little bit too hard on the spine buster and bit his lip, or maybe he bit his tongue too hard or something. But somebody on Twitter was like, haha, Powerhouse. I was like, bro, shut up. Also, okay, that's not even half of what I wanted to talk about. Bro, what was this? He's cutting a promo. What did he say? Post-match, Hobbs took the mic and said it only took him 4 minutes to defeat Ricky Starks at All Out, and it's time for a new chapter of the Book of Hobbs. Ricky Starks emerged from the crowd, hit the ring. Sorry, my brother says that I talk too fast, and I'm now catching myself, but it's going to be difficult for me to slow down, because that's just how I talk, man. I don't know what to tell you. He hit the ring and spiked Hobbs in the head with a microphone. Hobbs was treated with a busted lip as Starks stood tall. He didn't... So, he came down, he hopped the barricade, and he beat him up, and that was it, and then he hit his pose. He should have been way more fired up. In my opinion, he should have been a little bit more fired up. He should have said something, man, because this is weak. This is weak. I think that this feud needs a little bit more fire underneath it, and it doesn't have enough fire underneath it, and that's really a detriment to the both of them, okay? They're both absolutely fantastic in the ring and on the microphone. Starks, for sure. And I feel like you're not playing to his strength of, like, telling Hobbs that he's going to kick the shit out of him or something. And I also just feel like you're not making him look like a chump, but, like, you're not, like... You could have done... That segment could have been a lot better. That segment, it could have been done a lot better. Death Triangle cut a brief pre-recorded promo saying the time is now to regain their AEW tag team titles. And then we had Swerve in Our Glory versus the Lucha Brothers. This was a fucking 5-star match. A fucking 5-star match. The spot where Keith throws Ray into fucking Penta as he's getting the pin. I mean, that spot right there was fantastic. That match was just the greatest thing I've ever fucking seen in my entire life. Keith Lee ended up pinning Ray, and then the Acclaim came out. I like when he was like, bro, if you interrupt my rap one more time, I'm going to beat your ass. I love that so much, man. I love the Acclaimed. I love them so much. I want them to win. I don't give a shit about storylines or proper book. Shut up. I don't care. I don't give a fuck what you're talking about. I want the Acclaim to win. I want them to win badly, okay? Give my boys the titles, okay? Fuck you, all right? Gosh, they are white hot right now. White hot. Give them the titles, please. Oh, my Lord. Cassidy told Strickland to stop nut hugging every famous person he knows. Cassidy told him to roll Keith Lee to Grand Slam, and Anthony Bowen said they were going to beat their Drake and Josh looking asses next week to win the tag titles because everyone loves the Acclaimed. All right? Alex Marvez tried to interview Death Triangle backstage, but Penta and Phoenix walked away. Pac reminded Marvez who they are, as he's the current All-Atlantic champion. Out of nowhere, an Orange Punch clocked Pac as Orange Cassidy picked up the mic and said Pac wouldn't be double champion for long, okay? He's going to be double toil in trouble, all right? Please subscribe. Toni Storm and Athena cut a promo on Britt Baker and Serena Deeb as Athena said she's been brushing, flossing, and eating an apple a day to keep the doctor away. Tonight, they're going to win it for Hikaru Shida. Jesus Christ. This match wasn't bad. This match was fine. It was serviceable. Every single woman in that entire match did absolutely fantastic. Stop doing this. Stop. The women's division is dog shit. Okay? You can scream at me all you want. What is going on? Stop with this interim championship bullshit. I don't believe... Listen, man. Even when Thunder Rosa wasn't injured, she was not... How do I word this? Because I'm going to get called an incel. That's what's going to happen. People are going to be like, oh, me and my brother like talking about this. Because you can't go on the internet and have an opinion without somebody coming up out of the woodwork and saying, oh, ratio, no bitches, oh, touch grass. Like, bruh. What the fuck is going on? First of all, stop putting Britt Baker and Serena Deeb and Toni Storm and Thunder Rosa and Athena, for fuck's sake. Stop putting them in tag matches. Fuck. Stop. Lord. Like, I don't buy Thunder Rosa as a credible champion. There, I said it. I don't want her to be the world champion anymore. Okay? Massa, if you're watching this, tough. That's just how it is. She's not a good champion. Even when she was a good champion, her promos were lackluster. Her matches didn't have enough weight, to them. She just isn't a good champion. Does that mean that she doesn't deserve the title ever again? No. It just means that maybe you should just give it to Toni, right? And work on Toni. Use this as an opportunity to work on Toni. Also, didn't she get pinned? That was the one thing that I heard JD yelling about. Post-match, hold on. The match broke down. Baker slamming Athena into the ring steps while Storm counter. Deeb talks with Rebel taking the ref. Deeb sent Storm into Baker on the apron. He was holding a chair. Yeah, and as Deeb pinned the interim women's champion. I was thinking about this yesterday. I was so enamored by the fact that I was seeing another tag team match, another women's tag team match with a world champion in it, that I completely glossed over the fact that the interim world champion got pinned. Oh, she got pinned because of some shenanigans and the steel... No. She's the interim... Even if she's the interim champ, I don't give a shit if she's the fucking 6-hour champion. She's your champion. Crazy concept. Maybe don't pin her. Just maybe. Here's a thought off the top of my fucking head. Maybe don't pin your interim champion. Especially if the actual fucking champion is going to come back and they have to face each other. You fucking... That didn't really make a whole lot of sense. It didn't make a whole lot of sense. Post-match, Baker and Dee beat down Athena and Storm until Jamie Hayter hit the ring and used the chair on Storm. Baker kept apologizing and Hayter just walked off, happy with her dirty work. I said I was sorry. Was this supposed to further their development? Because nothing happened. She came out and maybe they thought she was going to turn on Baker and she didn't. So I understand what they're doing. They don't want to immediately, do it because they don't want to do the WWE thing where every storyline lasts only about a week, right? Every tag team only lasts about 3 fucking days. I understand. But hey, where are they going with this? Why did they pin Tony? What is happening? Man. Somebody help. All right, Rampage. You got Samoa Joe versus Josh Woods. Ethan Page versus Danhausen. Pelham B. Ford versus Willow Nightingale. And Matt Hardy versus Darby Allin. And then for Grand Slam, we got Moxley versus... Oh, shit. Okay, sorry. He's running down the card. Okay. I thought it was over. It's not over. I'm an idiot. You'll have to excuse me. I'm leaving out one very notable thing. Grand Slam, that's on the 21st. Actually, it's 5 days. 5 days away. Serving Out Glory versus The Acclaim for the tag titles. Tony Storm versus... Oh, yeah, it's a fatal 4-way. For the interim championship, I get it. But, bruh, just... this interim thing, man, it's done. Call it, okay? Call it. It's over. Forget this interim thing, man, because it just... It's this hollow feeling in my soul of, you're not really the champion. You're just a placeholder. And then it's even more shitty if Thunder Rosa does come back and she wins. And then they still don't fucking do anything with her. It's yeah, man. I gotta take a drink. Hang on. I'm gonna drown one of these days, okay? Hulk and Action Bronson versus Angelo Parker and Matt Menard, Bryan Danielson and Chris Jericho. This is a good match. I really like it. But then again, it's like Brian Alvarez said, if you put fucking Jericho, Moxley, Danielson in a ring, they're going to have a fantastic match. This match was great. Jericho worked on Danielson's foot. One notable thing was, why the hell was Danielson taking his boot off after he fell out of the ring? Wouldn't you want your boot to stay on so that it compresses the swelling and it doesn't hurt your ankle even more? But, that's not really... I'm not... Listen, okay, I haven't heard my... I haven't broken my ankle, so... The only thing I've broken was my wrist, so... There's not really much I can say. This is a good match. Not too bad. The crowd was hot for both of them. The crowd was hot for both Jericho and Danielson. I think they were just uh-oh. See? Fucking... I'm gonna wait. Are they unresponsive? Okay. Hello? We're good. Okay. Yeah, man. Because there's so many with these ads, man. Anyway, sorry. This is a good match. Danielson ended up winning. He won with the label lock. It was a good choice. I'm not saying I didn't want Jericho to win, but I don't know. It makes sense that Danielson won, and now it's going to be Danielson versus Moxley for the championship. Am I crazy, or did I see, as Danielson was leaving, did I see Danielson pick the title up? That means he's not winning. That officially means he's not winning. Also, I don't want him to win anyway, okay? I don't want him to win. I don't want to exit the pages. Why? Why are the pages unresponsive? Are they unresponsive because of the fucking ads? Gosh. Sorry. I'm trying to make sure the same thing doesn't happen again, alright? Because this fucking episode went into a wormhole just now. Ay. Alright. Final thoughts. This was a good show. 4 out of 5. Man. Yeah, 4 out of 5. Dude, I'm not gonna lie to you. The thing that really soured it for me was the women's tag team match. I don't know why they're still doing that. Favorite match? Oh, by a mile, it was fucking Keith Lee versus, it was Swerve and Out Glory versus the Lucha Brothers, okay? That was, by a mile, that match was absolutely amazing. Next, we're going to be talking about Bray Wyatt and his pro wrestling return being stalled because of his high asking price, which is something that Braun Strowman did as well. Braun Strowman was like, yeah, don't you know who I am? Oh, I know who you are. Okay, so he was like, hey, I deserve to get paid a heck of a lot more. According to the Wrestling Observer newsletter, Bray Wyatt's pro wrestling return has been stalled due to his incredibly high pay demand. Regarding talk of Wyatt returning, there were definitely talks in that direction. At one point, the talk stalled, but it was said that it was not a dead issue. Talks with him outside WWE had also stalled in the past, as his asking price was well above what other companies were willing to pay. When he was last in WWE, the belief was that behind Reigns and Lesnar, that the tier of he, Orton, and Rousey were the highest paid pro wrestlers in the world. Okay? Bray Wyatt was also called a victim of his own mind. What does that mean? Or was called victim of his own mind. One of the most crazy, most creative people I've ever been around. Hold on. While speaking with Ariel Helwani for BT Sport, Triple H spoke about working with Bray Wyatt. One of the most crazy, most creative people I've ever been around. Mine just never stops thinking of creative, but it's like being in a whirlwind of stuff. Without the harness and to point the tornado, it's just all over the place. I can attest to that. That's how I was when I first started out my YouTube channel. I was just so fucking like glossy-eyed. There was no direction to anything. Like, I was just like, oh, let's just do this and do that and start this series, start that series. I'm sorry. There was no direction. There was no clear-cut, like, path that I was taking. I just wanted videos to be put out, and I thought that the more videos I put out and the more consistent I was, the more people wanted to follow me. So that was a fucking lie. He's a victim of his own mind. I loved working with him down there. I see the talents. Sometimes those talents are difficult to work with. I've always gone with the mantra that if someone says that guy's an ass, well, that guy's my asshole. Well, then he's my asshole. Okay, fair enough. I've always gone with the mantra that if someone says that guy's an ass, well, then he's my asshole. Okay. Well, I mean, it doesn't sound like Triple H isn't willing to work with him. Like I said, if Triple H and Bray Wyatt are willing to negotiate on like a middle ground, a price, then, you know, there's not really much you can really say. So really, you know, as always, only time will tell in terms of like where Wyatt is going to end up and what he's going to do. But I wouldn't be surprised if eventually they came to some sort of agreement. They more than likely, they probably already have. Wyatt is probably fucking looking at the calendar now going, yep, that's when I'm going to debut. Triple H is like, uh-huh. Like, bro, I know for a fact that that's probably going to happen. So, I mean, especially since Triple H is like, okay, it's a good thing that Triple H is in charge of creative, because now I feel like Wyatt doesn't have to necessarily worry so much in terms of like, you know, where he's going to go and what he's going to do going forward. So, I'm looking forward to what they're going to do. Next, we're going to talk about Kenny Omega and how he reportedly irked people with the line that he made backstage. So, let's see, several weeks back, AEW put together a compulsory talent meeting backstage, and while Tony Khan did most of the speaking during that, the EVPs, Kenny and the Young Bucks, also addressed the talent. However, according to the latest Wrestling Observer newsletter, some of the comments that Omega made during that time irked some of the talent on the roster. The former AEW World Champion reportedly gave a pep talk to those in attendance. Oh my goodness, but also included some tough love. Omega apparently claimed that 8 out of the 10 of the people he wouldn't have hired. Claimed that 8 out of 10 of the people he wouldn't have hired, which was the line in question that apparently caused the frustration. It is confirmed that he said the line during the meeting, but one version of events stipulates that he was simply joking in this moment. Omega was looking at Will Ospreay, with whom he has been feuding with online and in the ring due to the recent AEW World Trios Championship tournament, but he was apparently just messing with the Englishman, and many laughed about it. However, while some found the comment to be a joke, others took it seriously and were upset about the comment. There was reportedly a split amongst those at the meeting, with some believing it was misinterpreted and then taken out of context. But there were certain wrestlers that did not like what he had to say. Outside of that comment, Omega did also say that the energy of the locker room was more positive when the company first started, which was taken as him trying to recreate that amongst the currently signed with AEW. Let me tell you something right now. Let me tell you bitch ass something right now. If you're watching the news, right, and you see one of the news topics says, oh, we're going to up the IRS security, right? We're going to make sure that if you're out there and you're doing tax fraud and shit like that, we're going to get you. And you start sweating, that's not my fault. Okay? I'm making a joke. It was a joke about, oh, I wouldn't hire 80% of you. I wasn't being serious. I was fucking around. You're the one who took it seriously. Why is that? It's very interesting that you in particular decided to be rubbed the wrong way despite the fact that it was a joke. Oh, he's being serious. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Everybody laughed. They knew it was a joke. How come you didn't know it was a joke? Because your bitch ass knows that because you think that you're not fucking good enough to be on this roster. If the shoe fits, wear it. I didn't look at you. I looked at Ospreay when I said that. I didn't look at you. You're all the way in the back of the crowd. You getting all up in your fucking panties about it. It's not my fault. You clearly feel some type of way because you feel like you can't hang. That's not my fucking fault. Because you're getting all up in your fucking feelings about it. So you obviously don't feel like that you belong here then. Because you, obviously, the first thing you should have done is go, oh, he's joking. Oh, he wouldn't fire me. Right? He wouldn't fire me. Why do you have doubts? What are you doubting? What are you doubtful for? You're on here already. What, you think you're going to get fired? Why do you think you're going to get fired? What are you doing or not doing that makes you think that you're going to get fired? What are you doing or not doing that makes you think that he was talking to you, even though he wasn't? Very interesting. Huh? That's very interesting. All of a sudden, right? It doesn't make any sense that that a mermaid, all of a sudden, it doesn't make any sense that a black woman would be at the bottom of the ocean, scientifically speaking. Okay, yeah. I know, I hear you, right? All of a sudden, despite the fact that it's a fucking mermaid and a talking fucking crab, right? And it's about her wanting to, like, fuck a dude on land. No. And I understand. No. There's no ulterior motive to that. I completely understand where you're coming from. No. Suddenly, it doesn't make any sense. Suddenly, all of a sudden, you're worried about your position on the roster all of a sudden because he made one offhand comment. That's a bit weird. Why do you shouldn't feel any type of way about that. And the only reason why you do is because you deep down don't feel like you belong, or you deep down don't feel like you're good enough. That is not Kenny Omega's problem. You got to work that shit out with yourself. Okay? Kenny did nothing wrong. He made one joke, and everybody took it all fucking seriously because they feel like their position is in jeopardy. That is not Kenny Omega's fault, okay? Maybe look at yourself. Look inward, okay? Why am I thinking like that? Why did I take it that way? Why is nobody else thinking like this? Is it me? Am I the culprit? Am I the problem? And that's okay if you are. Because what you need to do is you need to accept that, and you need to go, you know what? I took that a little bit too seriously. I got a little bit too up in my feelings about it. He obviously didn't mean it as a bad thing. He was just joking, and I took it and I ran with it way too far, and I shouldn't have done that. And I should apologize to myself because I shouldn't be thinking like that. I should just be like, hey, he's making a fucking offhand joke, and that's all there is to it. All right? You know, you're getting all up in your fucking feelings for no fucking reason. All right? Next, we're going to talk about Wardlow and how he wants to bring back their Day 1 AEW vibe. While speaking on Dynamite Download, Wardlow talked about his time in AEW. Wardlow made it clear that he wants to bring back AEW to its Day 1 vibe. It's more important now more than ever. It was already necessary for me to turn it up, but where we are in the current state of AEW, it is even that much more important to amp it the fuck up. That's just what it is. It's time for everybody to step it up. Everybody that is talking about not having an opportunity, here's your opportunity. Here's everyone's chance to step it up. It's time to get back to the Day 1 vibe when it started. We were a family and we survived COVID like a family. We saw each other more than we saw our families. We're most definitely getting back. Literally just this past week, it really felt like that strong bond again. We're on the right track now. It's great. So, I agree. I think that right now more than ever, I think that the AEW locker room should come together right now, you know, okay, and be like, hey, there's a lot of shit that's going on, but you know what? I like you, you like me, all right? I'm not coming for your spot. You're not coming for my spot. There's no spot grabbing, okay? Kenny Omega made like one joke, and you got a little bit bent out of shape about it, all right? Let's just come over here. Come here, sit down, all right? Let's calm down. It's a joke. Relax. I don't know why you're all up in a tizzy about this, okay? But let's ignore that and let's focus on bringing the AEW back to where it used to be, all right? Everybody loved being here. Everybody was happy to be here. Everybody wanted to renew their contracts. Every match, everybody was having fun, okay? They do the thing where they come out and they ask everybody, are you having a good time? Also, fuck WWE, you know what I mean? Like, bring it back to that instead of fucking getting all up in your fucking panties and taking sides on who was right and who sucker punched who and all that nonsense. Like, we don't have time for that. I'm not for any of that. I'm not trying to deal with any of that. Okay? There's no time for that sort of nonsense. We've got a fucking company to run. Okay? We're a big family. I'm not trying to fucking have any type of animosity towards anybody. There's no room for that. There's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Okay? I don't want to deal with that. And I completely understand where Wardlow's coming from. All right. There are so many things that need to be refined in AEW right now. And the fucking locker room is one of them. All right. Lastly, we're going to talk about Gable Steveson and how he might return to amateur wrestling after WWE debut didn't happen. Ringside News exclusively reported that Gable Steveson is not on the list of talent available for creative. Hold on. The Wrestling Observer newsletter confirmed Ringside News' report, and it was also noted that Steveson might just return to amateur wrestling. Because we've been asked this a few times, Gable Steveson is still under contract with WWE and training to be a pro wrestler with the company. Obviously, the original plan was to get him up and running at WrestleMania right after winning the NCAA tournament. And I almost said the NAACP, fuck me. And it's a slower process than that. There was some question because he's not in Orlando as all the other prospects are. He's not in current plans or on the list of talent to be used right now. He's still under contract and hasn't left Minnesota. One can speculate that maybe he is going for another year of college wrestling. Although if that was the case, that should come out any week now since the season starts in a few months. He talked about it and is training with Ken Anderson, the former Mr. Kennedy. Listen, he's training. I'm glad that he was not fucking shoehorned into the WWE right after that because I know he would have been dog shit. I know he would have. And I don't think Vince would have cared. Because the first thing Vince would have been like, oh, he's the next Kurt Angle. He's the next Brock Lesnar. Like, he wouldn't have gave a shit. He wouldn't have gave a shit. Even if Gable Steveson came in and just dropped every motherfucker on their neck, he wouldn't have cared. He would have been like, okay, yeah, but all he needs to do is just be in more matches. You see what he was doing with Omos. Omos wasn't ready to be in the ring for like a good portion of his run. And Omos was a tag team champion with AJ Styles. Like, bro, Omos barely fucking... The half of the fucking bumps Omos took, it was down to like one knee. Omos did not fall to the ground. Almost like barely fell over. So... I can only imagine what Gable Steveson would have been like if Vince McMahon was like, oh, by the way, he's showing up like today, like right now. Also, I love, hold on, follow me. Obviously, the original plan was to get him up and running at WrestleMania right after winning the NCAA tournament. Right after. Because you want to capitalize off of the news. You want everyone to be like, oh shit, that's the guy who won the NCAA tournament. And now he's in WWE. So it'll put more eyes on the product. Oh, they'll get more eyes on the product, all right, because he'll be falling over, fucking mistiming spots. He won't know what to fucking do. He won't know how to sell. But you'll throw him in the middle of the fucking ring because he's a big, beefy guy and he knows how to flip people, and that's it. I mean, he knows how to wrestle, but obviously he wouldn't know how to fucking work properly in the ring. And Brian Alvarez talks a lot about you can wrestle, but really what makes a wrestler is their ability to like call spots in the ring or like, work on their feet. Like, you got to know what you're doing in there. You got to know what you're doing. And for some people, like Logan Paul and Bad Bunny, for some people, it clicks. They get it on the first day. I'm not saying that Gable Steveson would have like never got it, but I feel like they would have dropped the ball if they had just immediately been like, all right, into the ring. There you go. Come on, let's go. Hurry up. All right, slam him. There it is. Fantastic. Like, bruh, it would have just not been good. Let him go back to amateur wrestling. If anything, let him fucking hone his craft in amateur wrestling, all right? Let him fucking do that. And then, if he wants to come back into the WWE, then he's more than welcome to do that. But other than that, man, I think that it was a blessing in disguise that he's not with the WWE right now, and he's still like working on a bunch of other stuff. Folks, that's gonna do it. Oh Lord, because I closed out some of the tabs because man. Backstage news on Triple H planning more surprises. We don't know what it could be. Oh, hold on. Wait, no. What did we talk about first? Braun Strowman and how he was like, I'm not going to anything other than WWE. Braun, you're a fucking moron. Triple H has surprises planned that fans aren't talking about. We really have to wait and see. I don't really know what those surprises are, but I'm actually looking forward to them. I feel like I've got an idea of what those might be, but then again, I could be wrong, and even if that's the case, that's fine. AEW, 4 out of 5. My favorite match was the Tag Team Championship match with Swerve and Glory and the Lucha Brothers. Wyatt's pro wrestling return is stalled because of his high asking price. He's also a prisoner of his own mind, a victim of his own mind, sorry. Like I said, I'm sure that they probably they're probably going to come to some sort of agreement. I feel like they are. At some point, I feel like they're going to come to like some sort of mutual understanding, and he'll be like, all right, I'm going to do this. Kenny Omega got people upset backstage over his comment. That is not Kenny Omega's fault. If you were the one who got upset by it, that is your prerogative, okay? And you are the one who has to work on that, okay? Not Kenny. Wardlow wants to bring AEW back to their day one vibe. I completely understand there's a lot of shit going on right now. We got to get back to our roots, man. We got to get back to why we wanted to fucking do this in the first place, okay? Gable Steveson might return. Okay, and finally, Gable Steveson might return to amateur wrestling because his WWE debut didn't happen. That's not a bad thing, all right? Work on your wrestling, and then, I don't know, maybe when Triple H feels like you're ready to come back and you feel like you're ready to come back, as long as there's like a mutual, like, hey, I want to do this, right? Then I'm sure that will pay dividends for how he conducts himself in the ring and how, like, you know, he learns how to do all this stuff and everything. So, honestly, only time will tell. Maybe he'll never show up. Maybe he will never be in the WWE, okay? But listen, we'll have to wait and see. Folks, that's going to do it for this episode of The Turnbuckle. I want to give a shout out to everybody for stopping by. Hopefully everybody has a wonderful tonight and a wonderful tomorrow. As always, big hugs all around.